Now look here, Tim, man. If you ain't gonna be on time, man, I got an issue with that, man. What's happening, man? What's happening with y'all? Look here, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Hey, this morning I was stranded on death row. If you don't know what that means, just go figure it out. What's up, man? Hey, let me pin this comment on this video real quick, and we go get into it, man. Make sure I got my screen in share mode just in case. All right, yeah, I got it in share mode. But let me pin this comment real quick. What I got to do? Oh, your channel. Baby, you could have pinned it for me, I guess. Since my sweetie here, I could have got her to pin it for me. Boom. Nice pin. Okay, it's pinned at the top now. Okay, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. If anybody want to pull up and ask anything, if anybody want to pull up and share anything, the link is officially in the chat. Now, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. I jollipies for my tardiness. If this is your first time joining us here at Tim's Tidbits, I like to say welcome. If it's not your first time, I still like to say welcome. And thank you for always pulling up. Y'all see Spidey back there. Spidey's in this. What's up, Spidey? Spidey's in here. See my tank top. I went running today. I put on a long sleeve shirt today. I could have ran in short sleeve because it wasn't really that cold. I thought it was going, like, for the past few days it's been getting cold. Anyway, Tim, stay on topic. Gee, meaty. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Well, that thing right there, I know you can get pimples when you're 50. That thing was hurting so bad, you feel me? Man, that thing was hurting. But anyway, this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, man. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Algo's internet every single day, and I just talk about the price action. I just share with people the way I see it. Hopefully, the way I see it helps somebody understand it a little bit better and help them on their trading and investing journey. I don't feel like doing a whole long spiel today, so that's all you're going to get. If you like what you hear today, tune back in tomorrow. We're going to do the same thing. Tune back in tonight at 7:30. We're going to do the same thing. All I ask you to do is hit the like button. Let me turn this up a little bit. I got my Barry Brown on. There you go. That was from the weekend when we did that right there. Yeah, man. Y'all pull up. And I ain't even got my Soul Glow on. Y'all, let me get my Soul Glow together. If anybody don't know what my Soul Glow is, this is my Soul Glow. This little aperture light right here. You know what I'm saying? I take it. And then I stick, it's got like little magnets on the back, right? And I take it and I stick it up there. I know people like, Tim, why you always telling us all this stuff we don't care about? Because I want to. This is my live. If you don't see the Soul Glow, watch this right here. Watch when I turn it off, right? And I'm turning on. If you don't like it, hey, it's right over there. It's right over there. Y'all know what it is. Hey, let's see who in the chat, man. Welcome. Hey, I know I ain't said this in a while, but y'all go support my son music, man. Shout out my son. I ain't talked about our exclusive sponsors in a minute. Everybody know about the new TLR.com, the merch shop, yada, yada, yada. That's fine. I appreciate y'all for supporting the merch shop at the new TLR.com. But go out there and support my son music. Banjo. New music streaming on all streaming platforms by Il Jodem. Banjo is the name of the album. His name is Il Jodem. EELJODEM. Banjo. New music by Il Jodem. Go support my son music. It's a link in the description down there that says support my son music. And for everybody who be trying to play like they don't know what I'm talking about, let me bring this video back over here right there like that. And then go down here. Get out of the way, YouTube Premium. See that first thing that says support my son music? Right there. Support my son music. That's the link to Apple Music right there. If you don't have Apple Music, just search Banjo by Il Jodem on your preferred streaming platform. You hear me? Let me see who in the chat. Here to learn to share. How are you? Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. What's going on, Tanya? Hey, baby. That's my sweetie. My sweetie said we logging in shortly. I was stranded on death row. I was out there running. Let me see what I did today. What did I do today? We gonna get to it in a minute. Y'all stop rushing me. Y'all stop rushing me. What I did today? I did 1.03 miles. Y'all probably can't see it. It probably ain't in focus. Let me see if I can flip my arm. Isn't it focused? Isn't it focused yet? Put it by my face. All right, went away. I did 1.03 miles and it say 9:49 with an average pace of 9.28. So it was a 9-minute 28-second pace mile, and I ran 1.03 miles. What's up, Lil Hulk? That really hurt my arm to try to bend it back like that. I ain't even gonna hold you. What's up, Lil Hulk? What's up, Rhonda Green? Cool it now. Ooh, watch out. What's up, Cool It? What's up, T Baker? What's going on, Valdez? Now I wasn't trying to take off my suit. I was trying to relieve some pressure. What's up, Mendez? Hello, Anna. Hello, Elsa. Hello, Queen. How are you doing? What's me? What did I post? Oh, that's my Sweden. What's up, Zay? What's going on, my guy? What's going on, Kareem? What's up here? I said here to learn and share. What's going on, Robinson? What's up, Colleen? How everybody doing? Hey, how you doing? Let's get into it, man. Since we still on Al Gore's internet, let's go ahead and look at the calendar. Let's look at the economic calendar. I came in here this morning. I got up with the old man bladder. It was after 3. And I came back here to like mark my my midnight open and my London open. For anybody who don't know how to use econoday.com, this is my site of choice to get my economic data for what's going on throughout the week. Just come to econoday.com and click on view full calendar, and it gives it to you in a whole 1 week at a time and lay out everything on that. Wait a minute, Econoday. Don't you be embarrassing me. Is Econoday down today? What's going on? I notice ain't nothing on the. There used to be stuff in these boxes right here. Okay, when econoday.com be acting stupid, we can use Forex Factory. It's another one called Forex Factory. Forex Factory, you can pick the range you want to look at. Let's look at the range, apply settings, and it show you the week, everything that's going on for the week. Powell was talking this morning. I didn't know Powell was talking this morning. Was this on there yesterday when we looked at the economic calendar? I don't remember Powell supposed to been talking today. The only thing I remember yesterday was like GDP and PCE on Friday. That was like the main things. When did this Powell thing pop up? What was Powell talking about? But anyway, we got consumer confidence today at 10. Core goods, that was at 8:30. That's passed already. Bullard talking. Yeah, that's new. I don't remember seeing that either. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that either. Appreciate that, baby. Yeah, so consumer confidence at 10 and Powell not speaking. It said he was supposed to say something at 7:30. I don't know. But anyway, Econoday not working. So consumer confidence at 10. And then the next big thing is GDP on Thursday and PCE on Friday. And y'all see how they got GDP as an orange folder on Forex Factory, but on Econoday GDP is like a red light on what's the name? Did you take the London? That's what I was about to say. Man, I came in here. I was coming in here to mark my London open, and when I tell you that hourly candle was running up so high, I was like, oh my God. I sat down. I'm trying to wait for a setup. I'm so sleepy, man. Let me pull the charts up. I was so sleepy because I'm just running my mouth and we ain't talked about nothing yet, right? Get out of the way, Forex Factory. I can't. This right here, you see this candle with this long wick at the top. When I came in here, this candle was just about to break these highs because I had a line right here at 337.1675 as the buy side liquidity that I was watching for it to come take. Right when I came in here, it was just about to take that buy side liquidity, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So I'm trying to wipe the coal out my eyes, and I went to dropping down. You know what I'm saying? I went to dropping down to try to find. You know what I'm saying? Look for me an entry, right? It was like running up. So let me see what this is 3:30. So it had to be before 3:30 because it like you see this 3:30 candle It has a wick on the top. It was pushing up, so it had to be before 3:30 when I came in here. I know it was after 3, right? So it's pushing up, and I'm sitting here waiting. And as you see, my setup didn't come into play until 4:30. It's like I was waiting. I'm sitting here, head like this right here, and then I was like, I can't take it no more. I got to go to bed because I ain't focusing. And then I went to bed, and my setup came right here. I was trying to take it short off of this right here. I was trying to take me a turtle soup. I was trying to get me a turtle soup sale, right? Because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a turtle soup sale, right? So when we popped up there, as you see, it did play out to be a turtle soup sale. And for anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, right? When you have a previous high and you take that high, you know what I'm saying, and you run the buy stops above that high, and then the very next approach to that high is a fail. It doesn't make it back to that high. That give you, that lets you know that that's a turtle soup sale. Like you can anticipate it to be a turtle soup when it runs the high like this with aggression, right? So you sitting there like, okay, this is a possible turtle soup sale, right? Boom, we took it. We came back down, and during coming back down, we left a fair value gap there. We left a fair value gap here, right? We come down, we took it, and we left immediately. We took the buy stops, left immediately. Peek, 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 turtle soup sale, turtle soup sale, turtle soup sale. That's the alarm going off, right? So then you just wait for your setup. And I was waiting for my setup. There we came down. We made a gap right here. I didn't even see us make this fair value gap right here because I had to went back to sleep, right? So we came down, right? I went to sleep while this candle was forming right here. This 4 o'clock candle, nope. Matter of fact, I remember this candle had just formed, and I was so tired. I was like, I'm just going to go to bed because I was waiting to see what it was going to do over here. As you see, we formed the fair value gap, and then we came back up, filled that fair value gap, came up a little bit into the wick of this order block right there, and then down, baby, yo, straight in the Range Rover, and took the sell side liquidity up under these lows right here. So that was the entry off of this turtle soup sale right here. I couldn't get it. I was trying to get it, but I was sleepy. I couldn't, it didn't set up while I was awake. But for the most part, overnight, we just came down, filled in this fair value gap, bounced off of this 15-minute order block, right? We bounced off of it. It looked like it was absolutely perfect. I didn't check that last night when I marked my levels. The low of this candle was 36.7250. The high of this order block was 36.7250. It bounced perfectly off the body, off the open of this order block. It got into the wick, and it bounced perfectly off of the body of the bottom half of the order block. The top half of the order block is this red candle with the wick. The bottom half of the order block is this big red candle right here. Bounced off the body perfectly, went up, ran buy side liquidity with the turtle soup. The entry off the turtle soup was right there, what we just talked about. Came back, you took the buy side liquidity above these highs, delivered the buy side liquidity to the sell side of these lows right here. Boom, buy side to sell side. Now we've taken sell side, and we set some relative equal lows on the 15-minute. Let's see what the 60-minute looking like. Okay, so on the 60-minute level, we've got relative equal lows down here. We've taken this 60-minute fair value gap, and as of now, we're holding above it. As of now, we're showing some bullishness because we took the buy side liquidity and then delivered it to the internal sell side and bounced off of this fair value gap again. I mean, this order block again. And as of now, we're holding above this 60-minute fair value gap that we have just filled on this last hour. This fair value gap right here, for anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, this 60-minute fair value gap right here, it was a bearish fair value gap, a sell side imbalance, if you will. We made it on the way down, and then we set it on the 7 o'clock candle. We set the fair value gap with the 7 o'clock candle. The 8 o'clock candle, we touched it. Then the 9 o'clock candle, we came down below the London. We came down below the London and then took off, came up, filled the fair value gap, and now we have bounced off it. The market gonna open in 5 minutes. Now we just bounced off of it and push back up. So we showing some bullishness. Let's see what goes on. We took the buy side, delivered it to the sell side. Now let's see what we took out this fair value gap. Right now we're right here flirting with this order block, looking like we're getting ready to push through this order block, because we have taken more than 50% of the body of this order block. So it's looking like we're about to disrespect this order block. If we disrespect this order block, I would expect it to take out this buy side liquidity at 37.18. And then once we take that buy side liquidity at 37.18, let's see if it be like a chop suey day and we come all the way back down and deliver this buy side to the sell side, or will we just continue to take buy side? Right now we're in just a consolidation pattern. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. We are showing some slight bullishness, but overnight we went down and now we're just in a holding pattern. You see, we're in the same range. We opened up last night at 37.04 even, and right now we're currently at 36.94.50. So it's like we're slightly lower than when we opened last night, but we've been in this same little consolidation range. But it's like we've come down, and since 6 o'clock this morning, we've been showing we showing like a bullish sentiment, because we've overtaken this fair value gap, right? And we're ignoring this equal low right here. So either we're going to come up and fail to get this buy side and then rush down and take that sell side, or we're going to come up and get this buy side and then go get that sell side, right? But if we really are bullish today, we can just take this buy side, come back to an imbalance, take this buy side, come back to an imbalance, take this, you know what I'm saying? We can continue to take the buy side. Let the market show you what it wants to do before going headlong into anything. Hopefully I was able to explain what I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it. We did a whole lot of in-depth of what I want to see yesterday, so I didn't go into that. If you want to see what I want to see moving forward with the SPY, oh, we didn't even talk to SPY lean. I am so sorry. How y'all let me do that? How y'all let me do that? Y'all sing it with me. Clear your vocal cords. Get ready. Here we go. Me, 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 me. SPY lean, where you at, baby? Here I go. There she go. Hey, how you doing? The market getting ready to open up in 2 minutes, and we about to have a slight gap down. Let's say $1.50 down, $1.50 gap down. Like I said, I would prefer that we take out this June low. I prefer that we take out this June low in the beginning part of this week. Maybe even get down to this daily fair value gap, so that we can start, you know, a relative decent rally without the worry of plummeting all the way down to the pits of Hades, way downhill in like the 290, 300 area, right? If we don't go ahead and take out this sell side liquidity resting below 362.17 early in this week and start this rally, if we go up, if we start this rally now and leave that low right there, yeah, I'm looking at us to come way down there. I ain't saying like right now, I ain't saying by the end of the year. I'm just saying, if we don't take out this low now and set a new yearly low now and start this rally, I'm looking for us to go down, baby, your street in the Range Rover. And like I say, if y'all want to see my expectations or what I want, you can go back and look at yesterday's video, which was the week ahead. Where is it? You can go look at yesterday's video, your videos. Let me open this up live. You can look at yesterday's video, Tim's Tidbits. Next week, that's where I go into detail, talk about like what I want to see. And then the video from Saturday, Tim's Tidbits, Inside the Mind of Little Timmy Rogers. That's when I go through and I talk out loud my thought process behind how I look at the price action. Why did I put this line right here on this monthly top? Why did I put this line right there on the monthly bottom? Why did I put that line there? Why did I put that line there? What these light bulbs for? What, you know what I'm saying? What this green box for? Why did I go through why I'm looking at all like a detailed explanation of why I picked every level that I picked on the chart. And then that's the video we did Saturday inside the mind of little Timmy Rogers. And then the video we did yesterday is just more of a, you know what I'm saying, going through what we would like to see as far as the price action based off of these light bulbs, based off of this fair value gap, based off of that line, what we would like to see based off that. Gave the bull case and the bear case. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, peek into the mind of little Timmy Rogers, go check them 2 videos out. Let me see what y'all talk about in the chat. And yeah, I saw that. Oh, that was tomorrow. Oh, I was looking at the wrong day. See, I don't use Forex Factory. So I was looking at the wrong day. Yep, today Monday. We ain't got nothing going on Monday. That's tomorrow. See, Forex Factory will be messing me up. They do say Tuesday. I appreciate that. Forex Factory, that's tomorrow. So today, we ain't got nothing going on today. Today should be a relatively technical trading day. Now, the problem with today is, now that I see Powell speaking tomorrow, then today may be a nothing day. It may be a lot of times when the market is open. If you got to go trade right now, I appreciate you for pulling up and hanging out with your boy. Just please hit the like button on the way out the door. And that one hater, y'all, excuse me, move to the side. Kareem, scoot over a little bit for me. Yeah. You here to learn to share, scooter. Yeah. You in the back, you that hater, that one hater. Go ahead and do what you do. Go ahead and hit the dislike button. It's always just one. So if it was 100 dislikes, I wouldn't care. If it was more dislikes than likes, I wouldn't care. But since it's always just you that one hater, yeah, you look at me right here. You go ahead and do what you do. Hit the dislike button. Go ahead, do it. Hey, I appreciate y'all. If you got to go trade, be safe. And I'll see y'all at 7:30. Hey, yeah, I was on what's the name? I was looking at the wrong date. I appreciate that. So everything I was saying about the news and all that earlier, just forget all of that. Overnight SPY low was 364. If we go back to Friday, 245 candle open was also 364. Is that candle the breaker? Randa Green. You know I do not know how to pick out breakers that well. Let's go and look. You said the what candle? 245 candle. Let me go to 15 minutes. You know I do not know how to pick out breakers that well. 245 on Friday. What was Friday? The 23rd. Okay, so 245 right here. This red candle right here. Okay. SPY overnight low was 364. If we go back to Friday, 245 candle, also 364. Is that candle the break? This candle right here is an order block. This 245 candle right here is an order block. Right there. The 245 candle. That's an order block. A breaker would be like, the breaker is going to be right now, this is an order block, right? When it comes down here and goes back up, this right here is it get kind of confusing because yeah, that do have the potential, like, okay, so for the breakers, right? So for the breakers, like going from the let's go through this right here. So coming down, let's map it out and say it is the breaker. So you come down, you made the low, right? You came up, you made a low there, right? And you came back up, took out these highs, right? and then you came back down, and then you bounced off it. This got, see, them breakers get confusing to me, but extend the high out of time, V shape right there, boom. That's got the potential to be the breaker. Yes, I'm looking. It is an order block, but yes, it is, because you came down, you made the low, take off. So it's take off right there. Yep. Here though, that's where it would be right there for the breaker trade. It would be here. This down there, you would enter there. See, that's why I said it be getting confusing on the breakers with me. That's why I don't trade them, because it's like it's like when you're looking at it, right? We cut how we came down, come up. I'm from the draw. See that? She making me draw. I got the draw to get it out of my head. See, this is why the breakers be getting confusing to me, right? Now from the draw. If y'all don't want to see me draw, blame whoever just asked me that. I can't remember. Nah, you ain't got to put it unless you want to. And we got that Captain Obvious. I know, I'm just messing with him. I'll just mess with him. That's how we talk. He told somebody else they tossing, you must be new here. Okay, so right, let's look at this like ICT say. So we're looking at the breaker trade. Boom, up, right? We had an area. This is an area of support right here, right? Coming to an area of support, right? So we got the low, high, low, right? And we come up and break through that, right? You break that, extend you extend this high out in time, right? We got the little V shape. That's the breaker area right there. So yes, you're correct, right? But I'm looking at that as an order block, right? But yes, you're correct. So now, based off how, you know what I'm saying, ICT teach you can trade it, right? When you come back up, right, the potential entry will be here. You see what I'm saying? The potential entry is there. That's your entry based off the breaker trade. Go down, you know what I'm saying? You make a low, you make a lower low, and then you break this high, because this low breaks this. That's what makes it the breaker, right? You come down, this low breaks this high. That's what makes it the breaker, right? And what makes it the breaker is when it breaks this high, it traps the buyers. I mean, it traps the sellers down here that took the sale on a breakout. You see what I'm saying? So it came down and set a low, right? And then it came down and went through that low, and all of the short sellers that traded on a breakout, right? They got short here, then it took off, right? They got short here, and they put they buy stop up here, and then it came and broke them. It broke them and trapped them into the thing, right? So now your entry, your entry would want to be there, right? But you can also enter here too, right? That's the safe spot. This right here is the safe spot for your stop. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say this is supposed to be your entry right there, right? That's your entry on the breaker trade, the way ICT teach it. But this low right here is supposed to be below that low, supposed to be the safe spot for your stop, because they already ran stops below this right here. They came and they ran stops below that, and then got them stuck in there, and the algo's not gonna let them get out. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna come down and let them get out. They're stuck. You see what I'm saying? They went short down here, and now they're stuck in the trade, so that they're not going to let it come back and give them an opportunity to get out. So talk talking that through, yes, you're correct. That candle right there would be a breaker in the sense of how ICT teach it. You know what I'm saying? And then also, God dog it, did I do something? Yeah, I think I hit the space bar. Also, with the breakers, once we find, like, once we finally come back down through that, right? Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, once we finally come back down through that, this area right here, it usually reacts off of that also. You see what I'm saying? It usually reacts off of that also. And I don't know if it's reacting off of it because it's a breaker, or if it's reacting off of it because it's an old order block from the buy side of the sell model. You know what I'm saying? Because on the sell model, it'll be there, and that's an old order block. And when you trade through the old order block, you kid it and you reject off of it. Right? So whole lot of stuff to think about. But yes, you're correct. Now that we talked it through together, you're correct. And that would be the breaker. In the way that ICT teach it. It's because the way ICT teach it, he teach seeing the breaker and getting the trade at the deepest discount for buying and at the most premium for selling. And then shout out PDub and Lex. The way they trade off of the breakers is once it comes back to the breaker. Once it come back to the breaker, and what I mean, y'all remember when Lex had the setup she used to call like melting butter, right? Y'all remember the trade that Lex had that she used to call melting butter? Melting butter was nothing but a breaker trade, right? When it was a breaker trade, because she got it from ICT, and she named it melting butter and rising bread, right? So what it was, it just say let's do melting butter. What it was, you came up, you made a high, you made a low, you made a high, you made a low, you made a high, and then you made a low here. This was the entry. As you see, that's the breaker. So when you go up, you make the high, we came up, right? We made a high, we made a low, we broke through this high. This low broke this high, right? And when it broke this high, it sold off immediately and came through this low, trapping anybody who went to try to chase this move right here. Anybody that tried to chase this move, they got trapped up here because they broke it. They're like, okay, we broke out there, we came back down, we broke out there, so they took it here on a breakout. Now they're trapped up here. They up in here screaming, help us, we're trapped, help us, we're trapped. Ayúdame, ayúdame, ayúdame. Right? They up there screaming help because they trapped, right? And then this is the breaker. So when it comes back here, they sell it there. That's how melting butter go. The way ICT teach it is, it's like you go up once you get this breaker that break, and then right there, remember they said that's 4, 3, 2, 1. High, low, high, low, higher high, lower low. You know what I'm saying? That's the way PDub and Lex be talking about it. You got the high, you got the low, you got the higher high, you got the lower low, right? And the way ICT teach it is, once you coming up, once you come up here, and once you trade through this and you get immediate drop off and come through there, right? He talk about anticipating this right here to be a fail. Soon as like, so once he break through this right here, once it breaks through this high, he's anticipating this to fail. So then he dropped to a lower time frame and look for a shift in a market breaking structure up here. Once he looks for the market breaking structure up there, he takes the short from up here. And then if he missed the short, then his secondary entry is like this, the way that Lex and PDub teach it. This is the secondary entry. his primary entry is looking for the short there, because based off the narrative and the bias, he's anticipating this right here to be a turtle soup sale. He's anticipating this pop up here to be a turtle soup sale. So he look at it, boom, this is a turtle soup sale. So he looks for his entry up here and get short there. If he don't get short there, or if he's wrong, he's got very limited risk only to there, right? Because he's going in here and his risk is on to there. If he's wrong, he's got very limited risk. But if he's right, the risk to reward is all the way down to this low. And then once he get to this low, you know what I'm saying, you can either take it down and get out there. And then when it comes back to retest it again, you can just enter again there. Or you can just shave some right here, come in, put back on some contracts there. I just spin on my screen and then go back down again. But that's the breaker. That's the breaker trade. And yes, thank you. Who Tanya, was that Tanya that asked that? Was that Tanya who asked that? If that was Tanya, thank you, Tanya, for making me break that down again. Because when I talk it through, it starts to make sense in my mind. But when I'm trying to look at it on the charts, I don't trade the breaker. So it's like, it starting to feel like work. And I'll be like, I can't do it. I'm just going to forget it. I'm going to look at order blocks and fair value gaps. But as you see, all of it is close cousins, because right here in the area that we was talking about, Rhonda, thank you, Rhonda. I'm sorry. Right here in this area right there, that's an order block. You see what I'm saying? So that's an order block right there. And taking it off the this area, the retracement coming off the breaker. This would have made your butt cheeks pucker a little bit right up in here, because you're taking that heat from that spot there. You're taking heat from here. If you enter right here on this breaking structure, you know what I'm saying? You're taking all this heat, but your stop loss is down there. So, you know, but it'll make your butt cheeks pucker. But if you took it off of this fair value gap or took it off of this order block, you know what I'm saying, it's less risk to reward right there. You took it there and it's almost immediate response to the upside. But you took it here, almost immediate response to the upside, but taking it there at the breaking structure, that would have made you pucker a little bit. I can't admit that. What else we got in the chat? You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let me see what's going on with El Marketon. Oh, I'm not sharing that screen. I was sharing the other screen. Okay, we look like we have not taken that buy side. Look like we failed to hit that buy side and coming back down. We failed to hit that buy side, and we're coming back. Let me mark my my open. If y'all ain't got nothing, we gonna trade. We gonna call it after I mark my 9 o'clock, my 9:30 open. If y'all ain't got anything, we gonna call it 9:45. We opened up at 36.92.25. 36.92.25. Man, my stomach growling. 36.92.25 is the New York Open. Shout out to cousin that commented on my video the other day, asked me what was the default setting for my fibs. I responded back. I don't know if you saw that response, but excuse me, I technically only use my fibs to look at equilibrium and extension possibilities. All of these white lines I got in there, those are settings that I got from ICT back when I was trying to trade optimum trade entry, and it set at 62% retracement, 70.5 retracement, and 79% retracement. Right? I use none of these right here. I know this from 62% to 79%, that area right there, those three lines, that's his optimum trade entry area zone. Right there, I use none of that. Only thing I use my fibs for is for equilibrium. Equilibrium is the 50% mark of the range that you're looking at. and I use it for extension possibilities, which is a half a standard deviation, which is at the -50, and a full standard deviation, which is at -100. And whatever platform you use, you just go in and you just set the percentages that you want. Like on NinjaTrader, you put in whatever the percentage is. You put like 50%, 62%, 70.5%, 100%, 0%, right? And for the extension side, you put in -50%, -100%. On TradingView, you put in like 1 is 100, right? Let me go to TradingView to show you what I'm talking about. On TradingView, if you go for TradingView fibs, and you know, I'm not a fib trader. Like I say, I only use it for showing like extensions. And let me move this up higher so we can get all this stuff in the screen. Okay, that's good right there. Okay, see, so on TradingView, I think that might be like some default stuff. But on TradingView, you can select which ones you want to see. And the only thing you do, you come in and you select the lines you want to see. Like, and so 1 is 100, 79% is 0.79. Like if I don't want that on there, you just take it off. You just take it off. You just uncheck whatever you don't want on there, right? So whatever you don't want on there, you just uncheck it. Whatever you do want on there, you check it. And in order to put the settings that you want, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna show you exactly what I look at on my fibs, right? Make this a little darker. No, I'm not gonna make it dark. I'm trying to set it so you can see it. Change this to like a red. Nope, wrong one. This one. Okay. So the only thing I look at on my fibs is this equilibrium line right here that's above this red, right? So that's halfway between the leg that you're looking at. I know that that's equilibrium. That's all I look at on my fibs, and then the potential extension where it can go. Like if we go, you know what I'm saying? If just say I'm thinking, okay, boom, we made a double bottom there. This is the measured move. I expect it to try to reach down to. That's a full standard deviation. That's a half a standard deviation. But for the 99.9% of the time, if you see me put my fibs on here, I'm only looking at this equilibrium line. That's all I'm looking at. So my default settings is 0, 100, 50%, -50, -100. I said all that just to, I could have just said that. I could have just said that. I'd have went through all that. Could have just said, what it say? What time frame do you look at to take these? What time frame do you look at to take these trades? What trades? What trades you talk? I don't know what trades you talking about. Help me out. I don't know what trade. I don't remember talking about any trades. What made you scrap the OTE trade? Was it harder to see? I have been watching these videos on it. Nah, it was the OTE. The OTE wasn't harder to see. It's just that the OTE just didn't it didn't fit. It didn't like fit in my brain right, because it wasn't like I felt like I was basing it on chance. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was basing it on chance. I wasn't basing it on like, okay, it's coming to this specific spot for this specific reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I found myself relying on the fib instead of relying on the price action. So that's why I scrapped the OTE. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're combining the OTE with order block theory or combining the OTE with a fair value gap retracement or a breaker or something like that, that's cool. But like when I was using the OTE, I found myself trying to make everything be an OTE retracement. Every time it retrace back, I slap fibs on there, be like, oh, it should bounce here. It should bounce here. I started relying on the fibs, so I scrapped that. I scrapped it. I started relying on the fibs. That's just, you know, on me. IGMVIN. I'm gonna give it about 2 more minutes to see if you want to clarify what trades you're talking about, and then I'm gonna call it. What do you think of the ends meets plus 2020? I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even looked at the ends videos. I ain't even looked at the ends videos yet. I just been like ODing on the core content. I ain't even looked at the ends, so I don't know what the ends even talking about. I just been ODing on the core content, just getting, because I like to know the why behind everything, like the 2020 mentorship. If you just want a fast setup and don't want to have to sit there and learn all of the why in the background, 2022 mentorship is all you need. That's a perfect trade. That was my go-to setup before he even put out the 2022 mentorship. I called it the liquidity run reversal. That's the name I gave it based off of looking at all his old videos and just honing in on that one fair value gap strategy. And the only thing it is a break in market structure, gap fill retrace. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the SPY. We talk about the SPY every day. You must be new here. Okay, I don't know what trades you talk about, but the way I trade, I look at the higher time frames. I start with the daily. I start with the monthly, daily, weekly, right? And I put all my lines on the charts, right? Let's go back up to the daily, right? I start with a monthly, daily, and a weekly, and I put all of my areas of liquidity that I'm watching. I'm watching these lows. I'm watching these highs. I'm watching this order block. I'm watching that order block. I'm watching this fair value gap. Everything that I'm watching for a possible run on liquidity, right? Once I get everything marked out, then what I do, I don't even look at the SPY anymore. I just watch the ES, right? I come to the ES chart and I got the ES chart marked up the exact same way as I got the SPY chart. But on the ES chart, I got internal liquidity marked, right? So once I get to the ES chart, I mark the buy side liquidity and the sell side liquidity on the 60-minute time frame. On the SPY, I just mark as low as the daily. Then I come into the ES and I mark it out all the way down. I'll mark out all the way down to the 15-minute, right? And once I mark everything down to the 15-minute, and then let's go back because I ain't have no screen up, and I guess my sweetie one looking at the TV. I mean, at a computer. So on the SPY, I mark everything. I go up to the monthly, weekly, daily, and I set up, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all these different, I'm looking at these lows, these highs, this bearish order block, this bullish order block, you know what I'm saying? I mark everything up down to the daily on the SPY, right? Then I start watching the ES, and on the ES, I will mark my buy side liquidity, my sell side liquidity, all the liquidity points. I'll mark it all the way down to a 15-minute chart. Right. Once I mark everything all the way down to a 15-minute chart, when I start to approach one of the levels I have marked, right? When I start getting close to the level that I marked, like I'm watching these equal lows here, and I'm watching this buy side liquidity right there, right? Once I start to get close to one of those levels, when we take this buy side, right? If we take this buy side, boom, we take the buy side, then I'll drop down to a 5-minute. And I start looking for a possible entry setup on the 5-minute. Once I get to the 5-minute, if it's not giving me what I want, then sometime I'll go all the way down to a 1-minute to look for a day trade entry. That's, you know what I'm saying? I'll look for a day trade entry. I'll drop all the way down to a 1-minute to look for a day trade entry. But typically, I'm looking for it to start to set up while I'm on the 15-minute, while I wait for it to get to my level. Right. Once we take that buy side on the 15-minute, then I'll drop down to a 5-minute and wait for my entry to set up. Like if I'm looking for, like this morning when I was talking about let me come here. I'm gonna go back to a 60. I'm a 60-minute. When I came in this morning, right? This can I'm gonna move over here so we can't see all that. When I came in this morning, let's pretend like this a big green candle. This was a big green candle about to take out. You know what I'm saying? I had a green line that was over here. It's not locked right now. So I had a green line that was over here, and we hadn't taken it out yet, right? We hadn't taken it out yet. Boom. Right. So we was coming up about to take out this green line. Right. So boom. Once we took out that green line right there, boom, we hit that green line and then drop down to a 5-minute. Right. Drop down to a 5-minute once we hit that green line. And so now I'm sitting here waiting for my sale setup because I'm expecting this to be a turtle soup sale, right? Because we pushed up. I'm expecting to be a turtle soup sale. So now I'm waiting on my sale setup. So I'm sitting here on the 5-minute just watching, right? As you can see, it's 350. I'm getting dog tired. I'm getting sleepy, right? We coming down to this fair value gap right there. I ain't studying that because I'm looking for a sale. I'm not trying to get trapped going long because I'm expecting this to be a turtle soup sale. Right. So I'm just waiting. We blew through this fair value gap. Right. So anybody who was thinking, oh, I'm gonna take this back up, now they booty cheeks puckering right now because they went in here, especially if they went in at the top of this fair value gap, they butt cheeks real tight. They probably stopped out by now. Right. So we coming down. I'm waiting for the setup now. Now that we done broke, we done came and got this breaking structure right here. We got a fair value gap up here. We got a fair value gap up here. So now I'm looking for price to come back up to either this fair value gap right at the breaking structure or this fair value gap right here, right? If your risk tolerance can allow you to get up here above this swing high from this 5-minute fair value gap, you would enter right here on this 5-minute fair value gap to the short side, and your stop loss will be up there, right? And then as you see, it came back at it kissed it right there at 425, and then right here on the 430 candle, it filled in this fair value gap, and then it fell just short of that fair value gap on the 435 candle, and then it started to go back down, consolidating a little bit, and then it started to die off, right? So if you was waiting at this fair value gap at the top, you would not have got picked up. If you took it off this fair value gap, you would have got picked up. But that's the way I make my entries on anything. I watch it. I mark it from the monthly on down. I watch it on the 15-minute. When I approach my level that has been marked out on the 15-minute, 60-minute, whatever, then I drop down to a 5-minute and start looking for my entry. That's for a day trade scenario. And everything that I just said on these 5-minute candles, I do the exact same thing on daily candles for my swing trades. I do the exact same thing like these daily candles right here. Let's just say if I want to sell short up here at this bearish order block right here, when these daily candles come back up and get up here to this bearish order block right there, right, then it's time to sell there, buy some puts. You know what I'm saying? If I want to wait till we start like now, if we start the sell model and we break through this order block and we blow past this bullish order block and blow past this bearish order block, we come up, let's just say here to this area here, boom, we get there. If I believe in going long, right, when we come back down, I'm buying calls when the daily candle get back down to this bearish order block right here. If we come back down and we close on this day and we close within the body of this candle, we don't close below this bearish order block, the next day I'm looking for a reason to buy my calls to keep going up. I do the exact same thing on any time frame. Appreciate that here to learn the share. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Say what? I feel you on. I feel because my sentiments about Oh, okay. About the mentorship. Okay. For example, what if the narrative is bullish, but you see a previous day high liquidity taken and then a fair value gap entry to go short? Do you take the entry to go short over the your bullish narrative? Over the bullish narrative? No, no. If it depends. It depends. If you talk about day trading, you can get, like, if it's a bullish narrative, you can always get a bearish trade during a bullish, called markets just don't go straight up and they don't go straight down. For a day trade, you can always take a good counter trend trade if it's the right setup. So if it's an A plus setup, and you see if it's a bullish narrative, but it's an A plus setup, ain't nothing wrong with taking a trade. That's why we got risk management. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. But you know what I'm saying? Since I'm primarily a swing trader and not a day trader, I'm looking for reasons to sell when the narrative is bearish. I'm looking for reasons to buy when the narrative is bullish. When we get to like where we at now, where we're right here. We have reached our destination. Our destination was the July lows, right? The stretch goal was the June lows, right? This was our destination, July lows. The stretch goal was the June lows. And so now we're at a holding pattern. Like, okay, now we're waiting for the market to tell us what it want to do. When we was up here, the market was telling us, I want to go down and take out at least these July lows. So we were looking for reasons to sell, right? In between here, I got some calls in between here and made money off of calls because the market just don't go straight down. You see what I'm saying? So if you see a setup, take your setup. Take your setup. I ask that because I feel like I'm going against the main direction of the day sometimes. Exactly. Ain't that like that's what I was just saying. That's what I was just saying. You're welcome. I am GVI. What is that? IGMVIN. Do you pronounce that? Because I know somebody named Tranisha who name ain't spelled like it sounds. Is it a way to pronounce that? You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. And as far as like leverage, it's all up to you. If you feel like if you feel like you're being risky, Randy, yeah, it's always good to use less leverage. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, hey, I'm going against the grain, it's good to use less leverage because you're using less leverage. So if it go against you, it's not really that big of a punch in the mouth. And if it go in your favor, you know what I'm saying, it's just icing on the cake. Hey, that's all I got. My stomach growling. I'm hungry. I appreciate y'all for pulling up with your boy. Hopefully I was able to shed light on something for somebody. Again, I ain't no mentor. I'm just a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that get on Al Gore's internet and share the price action the way I see it. We took that buy side liquidity. For anybody who cared, we took that buy side liquidity. I dropped it to 5-minute candles on while I was talking last time, but as you see, we just took I moved my no, we didn't take it. I moved my line. During that example. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I had moved my line during that example. So let me see if we actually took it or not. Looked like we did 38.17, 37.18, and we got to 30 even. We kissed it. Tick for tick. We didn't go through it. We kissed it tick for tick. We kissed it tick for tick. I had moved my lines. It looked like we had went through it, but I moved my line on that example. But we kissed it tick for tick. So the market is looking like it wants to push to that buy side. If we take this buy side, if we take this buy side and continue to go up and take out this buy side at 37.39, I ain't even gonna hold you. Me no likey. If we just continue to keep taking buy side, me no likey. if we take out this buy, if we just continue to take buy side today, and get outside of our daily box, I'm looking at this order block up here as a potential area for us to bounce off of and come down, baby, your street in a Range Rover. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because we came down here and we set this low right at the June lows. We set this low right at the June. I know I said I was about to go, but I'm running my mouth again. We set this, we made a double bottom, right? And when you see this double bottom like this right here, after we've been falling all of this time, we fell since August 16th, right? We fell since August 16th, and we didn't take out these lows. That's the real target, man. That's the target. So if we don't take these lows out in the beginning of this week, and this week continues to be bullish and we keep going up for the rest of this week, I'm looking for us to hit this order block and come down, baby, your street in a Range Rover. Because this right here, if we don't take this out now and go back up, this right here is going to and go back. I can't remember what video ICT be talking about it, but it be talking about when retail patterns fail. He be talking about when retail patterns fail, because everybody and their mama, if this start to go up, especially for the rest of this week, everybody and their mama is happier than a dog in a hubcap factory, because they looking at this as support. They looking at that as support. Oh, that's a double bottom. That's support. That's strong support. It's only been revisited one time. That's strong support, right? I see us come. If we don't take these lows after we done failed since August, and we don't take these lows out right now before going back up, come up here, hit this order block, down, baby, your street in the Range Rover. You feel me? 3,500. You see, say 3,500. Hey, and then let's do it on here. Let's do it on here, right? Let's go to the SPX. Let's go to the SPX. Let's click on the SPX real quick. Since they said 3,500, let's go to the SPX, right? It's the same thing, all on the same. And let's get our handy dandy fibs. We're gonna do a measured move, right? So anytime you have a fail in a chart pattern or whatever you call it, right? So you go from the top of the range that form that double, like we just working with double bottoms. So this is the top of the range, August 16th, when we came down to that double bottom, when we made that double bottom. If we fail to take this out before returning to a bullish sentiment, we're gonna come back up to this, just say right around this, it is breaking structure, right around, we got this bearish order block right here at this breaking structure, and we gonna pop back down. And the measured move is from the top of the range to the low, right? From the top of the range to the low. That's the measured move. One deviation, one standard deviation will put us down here at one full standard deviation, puts us at 294.50. Right, a half a standard deviation puts us at 32.92. You see what I'm saying? If this area fail, we can realistically expect to go down a full standard deviation to, now I ain't saying in 1 month, I ain't saying in 2 months. You see what I'm saying? But look where that would put us. A half a standard deviation would put us right back here. And take care of all of this gap work that we made on the confirmation move from the 2020 run, right? That'll put us right there. A half a standard deviation move will put us right here to take care of all of the gap work. You see, it put us right there. Take care of all of this gap work that we made from the 2020 confirmation run. So if we don't take these lows right now, before we start this bullish trek back up, down, baby, your street in the Range Rover. And I ain't saying it's gonna happen like in overnight, or it's gonna happen there, but that's just what I'm looking at, because me no likey. ICT said 2,900. And you feel me? And I ain't even know that. And you see, what did I say? The thing said 29.48. You feel me? I ain't even know ICT said nothing about 2,900. You know, all I said was if we don't take that, I just, you know, I ain't got no crystal ball. I ain't saying ICT know everything. I'm just reading the price action, man. I'm just reading, like Zay say, I'm just doing the numbers. I'm doing the math. I'm just doing the math. What you say, Zay? I can see what? What I say? I can see it. That's like 40% drop. What was that? What he was talking about? Oh, the 2,900. Okay. Yeah. Hey man, I think that's it, man. I think that's all I got. I'm hungry for real. I appreciate y'all. When I be getting these little wild thoughts, I just be going on tangents. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all for coming around and listen to you, boy. What my mouth said. I appreciate y'all for coming around and listen to you, boy. Hey, if y'all praying type people, if y'all of the Christian variety like myself, pray for my brother Anthony. I know everybody know I asked y'all to pray for him already before because his son passed away. But I got a text from my sister today. And his ex-wife passed away last night. The mother of his kid, all his kids are by except for the son that passed away. The son that passed away, he had a different mother. But the mother of his other kids, all his other kids, she passed away last night. So pray for my brother. His name is Anthony. Anthony Brown is his last name. His last name Brown. But pray for my brother. Call him by name when you say your prayers. You know, he's dealing with a lot of stuff in his own personal life. But when you're dealing with stuff in your own personal life, on top of death of close loved ones, it get rough out here. So yeah. I see y'all tonight at 7:30 for the price action recap. Again, I appreciate y'all, man. If you're gonna trade safe. On Mondays, I usually let me know what the market gonna do. I try not to just jump into anything on Monday. I'm probably fun to go either eat breakfast or take my sweetie somewhere and eat breakfast. Oh no, she got some work stuff to do, so we probably just fun to eat breakfast. I see y'all tonight at 7:30, man. Gone.